My family was celebrating my brother's anniversary that night, and everything looked perfect. The laughter, the lights, the smell of freshly cooked food. It was all supposed to be a happy evening. But when a woman I'd never seen before pulled me aside and whispered something in my ear, my entire world shattered. My hands went cold, my heart started pounding, and suddenly every smile in that room looked fake. She told me something that made me question not only my brother, but my entire family. Tell me, what would you have done if a stranger told you a secret that could destroy everything you thought you knew about the people you love most? Would you confront them on the spot, or would you stay quiet and investigate first? Because what I did next changed all of our lives forever. It all started a few weeks before that party. My brother, Adam, and his wife, Lily, were about to celebrate their 5th wedding anniversary. Our family was close, or at least, that's what I thought. I was the younger sister, the one who always tagged along, always looked up to Adam. He was the golden child, smart, charming, the kind of person who could make anyone like him. Lily was perfect too, kind, beautiful, always smiling. I used to think their marriage was something out of a movie, but as I've learned, movies have scripts. Real life doesn't. The night of the party, I was helping Mom arrange the decorations in the backyard. The fairy lights twinkled over the long table filled with food, the speakers played soft music, and the guests were already starting to arrive. Everyone was dressed up, laughing, and congratulating Adam and Lily on making it 5 years together. Mom looked so proud, fussing over every detail, while Dad stood by the grill with a beer in his hand, bragging about how successful his son had become. Me, I was just trying to blend in, smiling even though I'd had a rough week at work and felt a little invisible in the family crowd. When Lily arrived, she was stunning. Her long silver dress shimmered under the lights, and her hand was wrapped around Adam's arm like they were the cover of a lifestyle magazine. Everyone clapped when they walked in. Adam kissed her cheek, and she laughed like she didn't have a care in the world. I remember thinking, they're so perfect it's annoying. About an hour into the celebration, I stepped away to get some air. That's when I saw her, the woman who would change everything. She was standing near the fence, half in the shadows, holding a glass of champagne she hadn't touched. I assumed she was one of Adam's coworkers, or maybe one of Lily's friends, so I smiled politely. She smiled back, but didn't move. Then she said, softly, "You're Adam's sister, right?" I nodded, curious but cautious. There was something in her tone that made my stomach twist. She hesitated for a moment, glanced around to make sure no one was watching, and then she leaned in closer. "You should know," she whispered. "Your brother isn't who you think he is." At first, I laughed awkwardly, thinking she was joking or maybe drunk. But she didn't smile. Her eyes were sharp, cold almost. "What do you mean?" I asked. She took a deep breath and said, "I shouldn't even be here. I didn't come to cause a scene, but your brother has been lying to Lily. He's been lying to all of you." My throat tightened. "What are you talking about?" She looked at me with this strange mix of pity and anger. "I'm the woman he's been seeing for over a year," she said. "He told me he was leaving her, but when I saw the party announcement online, I had to see it for myself. For a few seconds, I couldn't speak. I just stared at her, my mind blank. Then everything started to blur. The laughter, the music, the sound of glasses clinking. It was all just noise. I shook my head, whispering, "No, you're wrong. My brother wouldn't do that." She pulled out her phone. "I wish I was," she said, showing me a photo, and there it was Adam, unmistakably Adam, holding her in his arms in what looked like a hotel room. The date on the picture was just 2 weeks ago. I felt sick. My hands were trembling. I wanted to scream, to cry, to pretend I didn't just see what I saw. The woman's voice softened. "I'm sorry," she said. "I didn't want to ruin his party, but I couldn't let this go on." Then she walked away, disappearing into the night like she'd never been there. I stood there for a long time, trying to steady my breathing. My brother, cheating on Lily, the man who always lectured me about honesty and loyalty. I couldn't process it. I went back inside, but nothing looked the same anymore. Every laugh sounded fake. Every smile looked forced. Adam was standing near Lily, his arm around her, whispering something in her ear that made her blush. I wanted to vomit. For the rest of the evening, I couldn't look at him. I kept my distance, trying to think of what to do. Do I tell Lily? Do I tell Mom and Dad? Or do I confront Adam privately? I needed proof, more than one photo. Maybe the woman was lying. Maybe it was all a misunderstanding. I told myself I'd find out. Over the next few days, I did something I never thought I'd do. I spied on my own brother. I checked his social media, watched his behavior, and even followed him after work one evening. He told Lily he was staying late at the office. But when I trailed his car, I saw him pull into a restaurant parking lot, and there she was, the same woman from the party. They kissed before going inside. That was all the proof I needed. I sat in my car and cried, not just because he was cheating, but because he'd made me his accomplice now. I knew, and I couldn't know it. I thought about Lily, how kind she'd always been to me, how she'd helped me through my breakup last year. She didn't deserve this, so that's the situation I was in, and I had to make a choice. Before I tell you what happened next, I want you to pause and comment below what you would have done in my shoes. Would you tell his wife and blow up their marriage, or would you stay silent to protect your family from falling apart? Because what I did next wasn't easy. The next day, I went to see Adam at his office. I didn't call first, I just showed up. He looked surprised when I walked in, but he smiled. "Hey sis, what brings you here?" I didn't waste time. "Who is she, Adam?" His smile faded instantly. "What are you talking about? Don't lie to me," I snapped. "The woman from the party, the one you've been seeing behind Lily's back." For a moment, he just stared at me. Then he sighed and shut the door. "You weren't supposed to know," he said quietly. "That broke me. So it's true?" He nodded, looking ashamed. "It started over a year ago. I didn't mean for it to happen, but things with Lily, they've been complicated." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. "Complicated? She adores you. You have a beautiful home, a perfect marriage. It's not perfect," he shouted, slamming his hand on the desk. "You don't know what it's like living a lie every day." I glared at him. "No, Adam, you're the one living the lie. Lily's living in the dark." He ran a hand through his hair. "Please, don't tell anyone. I'll fix it. I just need time." But I couldn't keep that secret. Not when I saw Lily smile every time she mentioned him. That night, I went to see her. I didn't plan it, I just drove to their house. She opened the door in her pajamas, surprised but happy to see me. "Hey, what brings you here so late?" I almost turned around and left, but then I saw their wedding photo on the wall, and something in me snapped. "Lily," I said, my voice shaking, "there's something you need to know." I told her everything, the woman, the photos, the truth. At first, she didn't believe me. She laughed nervously, saying, "No, that's not possible." But when I showed her the pictures, the color drained from her face. She sat down on the couch, silent for a long time. Then she whispered, "Thank you for telling me." The next morning, Adam called me. He was furious. "How could you? You suggests had no right." I had every right. Line by Line said, "You're my brother, but what you did was wrong." She deserved to know. He hung up. For weeks, things were messy. Lily moved out. Mom and Dad found out and were devastated. Mom blamed me for airing family business, saying I should have come to her first. Dad didn't talk to either of us for days. Adam eventually came over to explain, but his version of the story just made it worse. He said I'd ruined his marriage out of jealousy. That hurt more than anything. Months passed. Lily filed for divorce. Adam started dating the other woman openly, as if nothing had happened. Our family dinners became tense, silent affairs. where no one looked anyone else in the eye. I started spending less time at home, focusing on my work, my friends, anything to distract myself. Then one night, Lily called me. "I just wanted to say thank you," she said. "It's been hard, but I'm free now. You gave me that. That made everything worth it." I realized that sometimes doing the right thing doesn't make you the hero. It just makes you the one who can sleep at night. If you've ever been in a situation where you had to choose between loyalty and truth, you know how painful it is. I lost my brother that day, at least the version of him I thought I knew, but I gained something more valuable: self-respect. So, was I wrong for exposing my brother, or did I do what anyone with a conscience would do? If you were on my side, like this video. Subscribe for more stories like this, and tell me in the comments, what would you have done if a stranger told you a secret that could destroy your family? I'll see you all in the next story.